Hello. Today I want to chat with you about creating a vision and goals with your business. So, a lot of times we come up with goals and we say something and it's basically just that. We verbalize it and we're done. So, today I want to chat with you about how you can turn that vision and those goals into a reality. And I've got some worksheets that I'm going to share that I will also attach to this video for you to utilize. So to find those worksheets on the video, there's a little tiny, looks like a little down arrow that you can click on in the description, and it will drop down, and then you will see the links to all of the forms that I'm going to talk about, and you can utilize those to your needs. So you are tuned into this either because you are a brand new stylist and you want to create the vision for your business, or maybe you have just gotten to a point where you have decided to kick it up a notch with your Color Street business and you want to get serious, and you know that you have to set goals and create a vision in order to do that. So let's get down to business. So first of all, I want to ask you something. Have you ever went into the grocery store without a list? You go in there to get a few things, but you don't have a list. What happens? You don't know what's going on. You end up buying way more than what you need. You forget the things that you went for, and it's just a mess. And I feel like when we are operating a business without a vision and without a goal and without plans, we're just that. We're a mess. We don't know where we're going. It's like hopping in the car and saying, we're going to travel, across the United States, but we don't have a GPS. What's going to happen? We are going to get lost. We are going to end up God knows where, and we're probably never going to make it to our destination. So let's not do that with our business. So first of all, I want to ask you 4 different things when it comes to your business. Why are you doing this? What do you want out of this? How are you going to achieve it? And when are you going to do it? So those questions, I am going to help you figure those out right now with the worksheets that I'm going to share. So why are you doing it? There is no worksheet that I can give you to figure out why. That is something that you have to determine in your individual business, in your individual life and circumstance. But that is subject to change at any time. When I first started my Color Street business, my why was very minimal to what it has evolved to over my 2.5 years of being a stylist. So just know that from month to month, things can change and your why is going to change. But right now, I want you to think to yourself, why are you doing this? Is it because you want some confidence in yourself? Is it because you want a side gig that you can bring in a little bit of extra spending money into your family budget? Do you want to pay off debt? Do you want to quit your job and make this a full-time career? Why are you doing it? You've got to ask yourself that, and I want you to write it down. So the next thing is, what do you want? What do you want out of this? And this will kind of tie into your why. So in order to figure out what you want, I use this with my team. It is No Excuses Monthly Roadmap. So basically, we utilize this worksheet from month to month, and we write down a lot of necessary information to figure out what we want out of our business and how we are going to get there. So basically, this ties into the next thing that we're going to talk about is, what do you want and how are you going to achieve it? So let's say that you say to yourself, what do I want out of this? Next month, I want to bring in $500 of extra income into my home. So what you would do on the roadmap at the top, you would put the month, your paid as rank, the income that you need. So let's say you want $500, and then your why, because like I said, your why will change from month to month. So you put your why. And then over here, we're going to break this down even more so you can figure out how you're going to achieve it. So we'll have your PV goal, your sample goal, your party goal, your enrollment goal, and your rank goal. So we put all that in there. And then, like I said, we have to figure out how we are going to achieve it. So let's say that you have a goal of 600 PV. So what you would do is you want to reverse engineer that, because it's easy to say, I want 600 PV, but how are you going to achieve it? You want 600 PV, but how are you going to achieve it? So that's, remember I told you, we're going to do what do we want, but then how are we going to achieve it? So 600 PV, you know, each week, what are you going to need? You are going to need to figure out, I need 150 PV every single week in order to get that 600 PV for the month. And like I said, I'm just giving you some examples here. But then you can further break that down with goals. You may say, okay, I need X amount of parties that need to be X amount of dollars to give me the income that I need. Do you see what I'm saying with this worksheet? You can mess around with this and insert whatever you want into this, but writing things down and visualizing it is the best way to put things into action. Now, once we get through the goals at the top, I have some other non-negotiables. So goals and non-negotiables are a bit different. So me personally, I may start a month and say, I want 3,000 PV this month, but I know that my non-negotiable every single month is 1,200 PV. I don't end a month without 1,200 PV. That's just been a non-negotiable of mine from the beginning, and it still is. So non-negotiables you'll write down here are things that are going to happen. Basically, come hell or high water, it's going to happen. So then in the middle, we have VIP plans, because we all know that a well-functioning VIP group is critical to our Color Street business. So then we have VIP plans, and down here, daily posts, which should be a mix of you, fun, games, tips, Color Street, and connecting, building relationships. If you do girls' night in your VIP group, weekly giveaways, and I focus my weekly giveaways around samples, inviting guests, orders, and hosting parties. Monthly giveaways, and you can include some national holidays. Those are always a lot of fun. And then just some notes here. And then I have at the bottom, because I feel like this is critical, is Color Street my job or my hobby this month? Because sometimes people will say, I just want to have fun this month, and that's completely okay. Sometimes people say, it's going to be my job this month because I have an upcoming vacation, so I need some extra funds. So I'm going to treat this as a job this month. So I think asking yourself and really saying, what do I want out of my business this month? And then how am I going to achieve it? I think that's huge. So, all right. I just want you guys to remember also, when it comes to your business, direction is far more important than speed. So a lot of times when we start a new business, we have these huge goals of, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and we get overwhelmed and we try to get there too fast. But just reminding yourself that as long as you are taking steps in the right direction, that is going to trump speed any day, because you don't want to get so overwhelmed that it leads to burnout, which ends up ultimately leading to exhaustion. You want to keep that momentum going. You want to keep having those small successes that lead to those big results that are absolutely amazing. So, all right, let's talk about one more thing. When are you going to do it? So this is critical, because we know why we're doing it. We know what we want. We've figured out how we are going to get what we want. Now, when are we going to do it? That is critical, because I hear over and over and over, I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't have time. Well, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. It's just different from person to person on how we choose to spend those 24 hours. So what I tell people a lot of times when they say I don't have time, I say, okay, look at your schedule and see what you can take out. See where you can fit 10, 15, 20-minute pockets in your day to work your Color Street business. And if they still say, I don't have time, guess what? wake up a half hour earlier, go to bed a half hour later. You make time for things that are a priority to you. So if this Color Street business is a priority to you and you have goals with this, you will make time, period. So this is something else that we utilize on Team No Excuses, and this is a block schedule. This is nothing fancy. This is basically a way for you to figure out when you can fit Color Street into your life. So what you do here, this has the week of, you fill that out. Then it has Monday through Sunday at the top. And then it starts at 5 a.m. and it goes all the way down to 11 p.m. So what would you do with this? You would fill in, if you have a full-time job, you would fill in when you're at work. If you have appointments, extracurricular activities with the kids, any commitments that you have that you must do, go on this first. Then what'll happen 99.9% of the time is you are going to have pockets of free time. And that will show you exactly when you can work your Color Street business. And that may be different from day to day, depending on life. But the key is to make sure that you can fit Color Street into your life at some point. Now, like I said, if by chance this is completely filled in and you say, I truly have no time. Okay, well, guess what? Wake up a little bit earlier, go to bed a little bit later, make time for it. If it's important, you will find time, period. So one more thing that I want to touch on briefly, and like I said, I will attach all of these in the video. Just click on the little icon beside the description and it will drop down and all of these forms will be there that you can utilize. But like I said, these are all branded for my team, which is Team No Excuses, but you are free to take these and use them as inspiration to make your own worksheets for your team, or just print these and use them for yourself as kind of a roadmap to help you get your goals going or get your business started wherever you are in your Color Street journey. But this is one more thing that I created for my team, and we call this Nail Your Week. So I'm not going to go into a lot of detail with this. You can pull this up and check it out yourself. But this is basically a way to ensure consistency and growth with your business. If this worksheet is utilized every week, you will have continued growth and success in your business. I can tell you, I've seen it myself. I know that it works. This was created, because these are things that I have found myself as a stylist and a leader that need to be completed week in and week out for success. So this again, this is 1 week at a time. You put your PV goals, your GV goals, sample, and party. And then at the end of the week, you need to evaluate, because what gets evaluated gets measured. So you can see what's working, what's not working, but you have to evaluate if you are achieving your goals. Then there are some daily things that I feel are critical to growth and success. And that's posting in your VIP group every day, personal development, business development. So this is different. Personal development and business development are totally different. And you need both of them every day, in my opinion, unless you like to take Sundays off, which I try to do. But personal development is YouTube videos, podcasts that are motivational speakers. They develop you as a person. Business development, to me, is previous trainings. I go and I find previous trainings either on YouTube or in upline groups, the official Color Street group, but find previous trainings and listen to those, because you never know when you might hear something in a training that completely motivates you, changes your mindset, or gives you inspiration to change something up in your business and create something new that you've never done before. Something else, if you are doing parties, which I hope you are, hostess coaching should be done every single day. Hostess coaching is key to a successful party. And then share the blessings. So weekly, share how this business has blessed your life. Share it in your VIP group, share it on your personal page. Share the opportunity with someone. So maybe a host, a rock star hostess, maybe an amazing customer. Share the stylist opportunity with people. And then I think 1 to 2 parties a week, or 1 to 2 a month, whatever fits your current business. And then send 5 samples, follow up with 5 samples, follow up with customer orders, and ask 5 people to host. And then I just have some meetings and trainings down here, notes, and then something I feel like is huge: celebrate successes. Your biggest success of the week, write that at the bottom. So I want to leave you guys with a quote. I hope this helped you. If you have questions, you can comment on the video. I always go back and respond to all comments that are left on my YouTube videos. But success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. So I hope this video helped you. My goal with this channel is just to provide content to Color Street stylists and leaders to help empower them, inspire them, and motivate them in their journey. I'll talk to you soon.